your girl's How to Shine. I'm back with another video, and baby, I came with the organization this time because last video was kind of like put together randomly, and I know I was just talking my head off, being long-winded per usual, but you know, I got everything organized now. But if this is your first time here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button so I can get inside the YouTube algorithm, you know what I'm saying, the social media world. And we have a doctor's appointment, and of course you guys are going to come with me today. Y'all actually are going to be meeting the doctor along with me meeting the doctor, because it's a new doctor now that was so last minute. Oh, I want to say it was last minute. The doctor that I'm meeting with now is not the doctor that I met with last time, but I still got permission to blog inside the office, so that's a good deal. So yeah, she's going to be giving more information than what I'm giving. I'm probably just going to give y'all the basics of what I know and what I've been doing and what I've been experiencing during this weight loss program, and we'll go from there. Just wanted to point out the fact that yes, I did put a little bit of makeup on. I am a makeup fanatic, but I don't care to put on makeup every time I do a video. But just for video purposes today, just did a little something to my face. And I also got my nails done. If y'all don't remember the last video, if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna post the link in the description. My nails was looking very crusty, but now they looking slightly, yes. And like I said, I got my hair out. You know, I've been growing my locks for 5 years now. And you know, that's not the point of this video, but like I said before, I am on a weight loss program. Basically, losing like hell. That's not what I was referring to. What my boyfriend's referring to, by the way, we're on a weight loss challenge. What you mean? You're messing up my video right now. I just said I didn't want to be long-winded. Thank you. Bye. Jumping into the video before I was rudely interrupted. Let me make this short. So basically, we are doing a weight loss challenge with his family, my boyfriend's family. His sister is posting the video on her YouTube channel, so I'm going to post her link in the description. Go ahead and subscribe to her. I love me some Jada. Go ahead and follow her. Basically, whoever loses the most weight wins $300, and you know, your girl is up for a challenge. But yeah, go check it out. Go click that video. Okay, let's get back to the program. Like I said before, I am on this weight loss program where I invest my money, and you know, majority of the time when you invest your money, you want to see a good outcome, and I really want to see me drop this weight off of me. I am on the medicine called phentermine, which is a widely known pill. Phentermine is basically a appetite suppressor. When you take it, for me, when I take it before breakfast, just so I don't overindulge in my food, because I tend to do that, being that I am an emotional eater. And it's really been helping. I take at least 37.5. I got my pill right here. I take 37.5 milligrams a day, and like I said, I take it before breakfast. It kicks in probably within an hour or two, and it definitely works. I definitely do recommend consulting with your doctor, because what my doctor did before he put me on the medicine, of course, he had to get some blood out of me. He had to draw some blood just to make sure I didn't have any thyroid issues, any blood clot issues. They took my blood pressure just to make sure sorry y'all, my dog is distracting me. Just to make sure my blood pressure isn't like high. So my blood pressure is good. By the way, I might get in trouble because I had a little car issue, and during the week of me taking, the first time of me taking the phentermine pills, I was supposed to get a weekly chart of my blood pressure, and I did not do that, so I will have to be open and transparent with my doctor about it. Hopefully I don't get in too much trouble about it. But yeah, so I did forget to mention, along with the phentermine, I do take B12 shots every time I go in for a checkup. Basically, it's supposed to give me energy, you know, energy that you would get from your coffee, but without the, you know, jitters. Also, B12 is found in your, your normal food, your vegetables, your meats, and all that good stuff. But you can also buy it over the counter. So this is not something that you have to talk to your doctor about, which I still recommend anything that you talk to your doctor about. But definitely you can get this over the counter. But for me in my weight loss program, I'm actually getting these shots. So yeah. Um, Other than that, what I've really been experiencing as far as side effects, they said the side effects is increased heart rate, nervousness, depression, constipation. I think I've really experienced increased heart rate every now and then. I had a bit of headaches because, of course, when you're not really eating so much, of course you're gonna have a headache. If you don't eat, you're gonna have a headache. Constipation, it does make me use the bathroom, but I don't think I would be like overly constipated. I don't know if that's the word used. Constipation here and there, but it wasn't really like bad or anything like that. I was able to have a normal BM. Definitely consult with your doctor before taking these pills, because I know they sell these online, and I wouldn't recommend that at all, being that you need to really consult with your doctor before taking it, because you can put yourself at risk if you don't know your underlying issues. So definitely don't do it. I did write this down. You should not be taking it if you have heart diseases, high blood pressure, overactive thyroid, glaucoma. Of course, you should not be taking this while you're pregnant, or if you're trying to become pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding. I definitely do not recommend it. Like I said again, I definitely don't recommend you buying the pills online, because you are putting yourself at risk without consulting with your doctor, okay? So what has it been doing for me? Let's get into the next video. As far as me being on the pills, what have I done a little differently? Because like I said, it does take discipline, which I lack in, but this program does require me to give myself, even though this pill gives me an extra oomph, I still got to do what I need to do to kind of like make the results come a little fast. What I've been eating, of course, I've been eating my proteins. For those who don't know, I am a pescatarian. I've been a pescatarian, I want to say since August of 2021, I've been a pescatarian. So, of course, I've been eating, of course, my fish, my shrimp, my eggs, my veggies. I mainly like to eat spinach and bell peppers. I'll try to post some videos along the line of this video, or probably in the next video. Even when I eat, sometimes I can't really finish my food like that. Now, there has been days where I have had my cheat days. I ain't gonna lie. Like my boyfriend had brought home some bag of Twix, and I was looking at them things for a very long time. I ain't gonna lie. I done ate like 5 more things in one day, and maybe another 5 more the next day. I'm gonna tell on myself. Like I said, I gotta be accountable. I done ate some of his Reese's. Yes, he was very upset with me, by the way. And of course, I gave him the money for that. But I have a major sweet tooth, so that's something I have to work on as far as sweets. But other than that, I've been eating pretty healthy for the majority of the part. Now, as far as me going to events, I would eat normal. I wouldn't try to like be like, oh, I gotta eat this or that. I kind of just, whatever's there, just eat it, and don't overindulge. Of course, any alcohol that's presented, I can't have that. No one should have this while you're on this pill in particular, because of course that can make you go into a psychosis or do more harmful damage than what you're experiencing now. Like the increased heart rate, it might be bigger than what it should be. Of course, don't smoke, no trees. Y'all know what I mean by trees. Don't pop no Molly, don't pop nothing. Don't take nothing, not even headache medicine. If you're gonna take a headache medicine, I did look up that you can take ibuprofen, but still, do your due diligence and read up upon that, as far as when you do get headaches, because you don't want the medicine to, counteract with each other. But other than that, let's get ready to go. I don't want to talk our head off. I just gave y'all the basics of that. And so, we're finna get ready to go and go see the doctor. Let's go. So right now, y'all, I'm just basically waiting I had to do my blood pressure, and of course, with COVID, they just had to swipe me for COVID as per usual when I come in here. But everything is fine. I'm just waiting on the doctor. So
I do a lot of vlogging myself. All right, so tell me how your month went.
It's been pretty okay.
Has it been a full month? Let's see when we last saw you.
I really don't even know. I think it's been about 2 weeks since you guys saw me.
Yes, you started. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, any issues with the medication?
No.
No. And how is your blood pressure? Looks wonderful. Heart rate looks good. How much are we down in 2 weeks? Where do we go from? Let's see.
All right, y'all. Video pause. 2 quick things. One, before we go into the next video, I think she asked me what were my challenges, so the video kind of skipped, which is perfect time to do this video pause. But she did ask me a question about the challenges that I faced on this medicine. 2, I know it's going to be a little lengthy, because she's going to be doing a lot of talking, but I kid you not, most of the stuff she was saying, like some of the stuff she was saying, I did not know. She was very, very, very informative. Please listen to what she is saying. Listen to literally everything that she's saying. Take heed, because literally this could help you. It helped me a lot to look at food a little differently and look at life a little differently as far as, being healthy and, But yeah, listen to what she's saying. Don't skip nothing. Let's go back to the video. I think as far as challenges, I mean, for the most part, I've been eating pretty healthy, but I have my cheat days, like sugary days, but then I get back on track to,
Okay. All right, so you're down 7 pounds. Ooh. Excellent. In 2 weeks, so that's good. Are you keeping a food journal?
I normally do with the apps. I normally do with like certain apps, but I haven't been keeping up with them lately. Like I'll do like videos, but I haven't really like wrote down the stuff I eat. Normally I would do it, but sometimes I'm not consistent with that either.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little tidbit. I used to be over 300 pounds, and one thing that changed for me was when I consistently logged my food. Because the only way you know you're eating enough is if you log your food. The only way you'll know if you're getting enough protein is if you log your food. So that is a huge component to getting the results that you want and lasting results, because it's not just a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is from now. You are 25 years old, so you got a long life ahead of you.
Right.
So the changes that you make today will last you for the rest of your life. Slow, steady changes. When we do a lot of things too quickly, we tend to overwhelm ourselves. We tend to say, oh my gosh, this is too much. Because losing weight is like a full-time job. It's very busy. You gotta log your food, you need to meal prep, you gotta make sure you get enough water, get enough movement in. As far as exercise, I consider exercise kind of like the icing on the cake. The exercise piece is bonus calories that we get to consume. But the bonus calories that we're consuming are all protein. We're not gonna have too many cheat days. We would call it maybe a cheat meal. One meal out of your entire week. That's just one, okay? Because if you have addictions to sugar,
which I do. Like it fluctuates. Like one day I'll be like, if I eat something sweet, it'll be too sweet to a point where I don't even want it and I throw it in the trash. And then it'll be another day where I'll eat like maybe 5 mini Twix bars or 5 Reese's cups. I know that's bad, but like, I don't try to condemn myself, but I don't want to overindulge either, so I try to find balance. If anything, I try to go to like sugar-free stuff or fruits. But I know that some of these things can still contribute to my weight. Even if it is sugar-free, if you're overindulging just because it says sugar-free, you're still putting some
form of... So the brain doesn't really know that it's sugar-free.
Yeah.
So what triggers the brain to crave is that we have dopamine receptors in our brain. So there's studies that show that a patient who's on morphine, a patient who takes crack, and a patient who eats sugar have the exact same light up sensation from dopamine. So dopamine is our happy drug. It's our happy hormone. It's what makes us feel good. And so that's how powerful sugar is. It has the same effect as crack cocaine on the brain. So that desire to have more and more, that's exactly what it's from. So sugar is a tough one, because even eating sugar-free, drinking sugar-free beverages, because it's still sweet, the brain craves the sweetness. What the brain's not getting is the actual sugar rush, because sugar-free items they have minimal effect on blood sugar. So that's a good thing. So we're not having the body produce a bunch of insulin to bring the blood sugar down, but it still creates a craving. And sometimes our cravings can overwhelm us, and we then succumb to them and like, oh, screw it, I'm just gonna eat this whole Kit Kat bar, and just be like, but you gotta write it down. Okay, everything you put in your mouth, you have to own. Because if we try to say out of sight, out of mind, like I really did.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I'll be transparent. That's definitely me. I'll be like, okay, I don't need to write this down because it was just something little. But I'm going to write down that I ate these eggs, I ate salad.
Right, all the little healthy stuff we want to write down because that looks good on paper.
Right.
But what's going to happen is the scale won't lie, our clothes won't lie. And so them little 4 Twix, little fun size, they ain't count. We got to count them because they add up to our total calorie goal, right? Now, when you came here before, did you get a set amount of calories to
I think so, yeah. It's in my envelope. It's actually in my boyfriend's car, which I gotta get as soon as I get home. It's just the only thing I will be transparent. I didn't get my blood pressure thing because I was having a bit of car problems, but I told her, the lady up front that starting.
Well, your blood pressure looks great today.
So. Tomorrow I'll start getting a log, and then when I come back next time, then I'll present that to you guys. So I do apologize for that.
Okay.
Now, as far as exercising, I was supposed to go exercising with my boyfriend, but we have an off and on schedule. Normally, I think I only did a 2-mile walk, but that was for one day, and I was very energetic. I don't know if it was that B12 shot, because ever since I got that B12 shot, I'm like up and at 'em, like.
And that's also the phentermine too.
Yeah, like when I'm like sleepy, let's say if I get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep and it's time for me to go to work, I'm up and like I'm not really tired. I'm just like I'm on the go, ready to hurry up and get clocking to work. As soon as I'm into work, I'm not tired like I normally am. Or like when I was walking, I wasn't tired of walking either. So I was like, okay, because I know this is not me doing this. Ever since I did take the pill and got that shot, I was just like, I noticed a big difference. Now the only thing I will say as far as common side effect, increased heart rate. I did experience nervousness a little bit, switches in moods, but it wasn't to a point where it's like, oh, I'm ready to take myself out. It was just like reflecting on life a little bit, but I normally do that anyway. As far as using the bathroom, a little constipation here and there, but I had okay bowel movement. It wasn't something I was really concerned with. And that was pretty much it.
Did you get your water in every day?
Yeah, I drink water every day.
Okay. So continue to drink the water. If you're finding that the constipation is getting a little out of control, you can use Miralax. It's over the counter. It's tasteless, odorless. You can put it in water. You can put it in coffee. You can put it in virtually anything. And it'll help you kind of stay regular. You can take a capful every other day if you like. If your bowels become too soft and too loose, then cut back to maybe twice a week. But Miralax is just a form of fiber. It's a bulking agent, so it's going to help pull fluid into the colon, but it's not a laxative, so it's not going to have cramping. It's not going to wake you up in the middle of the night, have you rush into the bathroom.
Another question of mine is, as far as headaches, because I was recording earlier before I came here, normally I sometimes get headaches, but do those headaches come from not eating what your body is not used to, like eating under your
calories?
Yeah.
Mostly because your brain sits in water. A lot of times you're dehydrated. So when you say you drink your water, how many ounces or how many bottles of water do you drink every day?
At least up to 4. The maximum is 5. About 4 to 5 of the bottles. The regular bottle water, the 8 ounces. I normally drink at least 4 to 5.
So you're drinking well under what you need. So for you, you're right at a gallon.
I know. So it's possible to drink water, a gallon of water every day.
It's very possible. It's hard, but
It
it's very
is.
possible.
It is because
But
it's
I'm
like
gonna-
I have to force myself sometimes because I just feel like, oh, I just want some juice right now. But I realize when I'm not really drinking juice.
So 118 ounces of water. So if you think about a Dasani bottled water, is 20. I think they're 20 ounces. So you need roughly 5 of those. 6 20-ounce bottles of water. So that's give you roughly 120 ounces, or get a gallon jug. I carry around a big 64 ounce. So for me, when I drink half my body weight, it's 64 ounces. So for you, you would drink 2 of those. And that's all the water you need for the day.
64 ounces.
So if you're finding that you're getting headaches, it's typically because you're not getting enough water. So we take our body weight in kilos and divide it. We take our body weight in pounds and we divide it by 2.2, which is what it roughly is in kilos. So it's 118 ounces of water for you. Gotta drink it. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
water,
my friend was telling me that.
We're made roughly 80% of water. So we really need water to make sure that our brain is floating in enough water, because that's where headaches come from. Your parent ever told you as a kid, oh, drink water? Yeah, I have a headache. Oh, drink some water. Stomach hurt. Oh, drink some water. There's some truth to that. So definitely for the brain, because if the brain is floating in water, so we don't have enough water on board. And when you lose about 1,500 milliliters of water, which is about 1.5 liters of water every day, just from talking, walking, and what we call insensible loss, from sweating, sweat that we don't necessarily see. I'm not talking about kind of sweat pouring down in the gym, but just you regularly sweat in your sleep. So you're losing water throughout the day. So if you're not replenishing to the exact amount, your head will hurt. You can cause constipation. So if you don't have enough water to pull into your bowels, then your stool gets harder and you find yourself straining. So water is really a big component of this. So we'll see you back in 3 weeks, I believe. So make sure every day, weekends included, because the weekends can
definitely the weekends I wasn't doing as much drink. I will be honest, I wasn't drinking a lot of water because I had a birthday party to attend to. Stay at a friend's house.
Just walking in with your gallon, but hey, I'm here. So make sure you get all your water in. If you're finding that you're still craving some sweet things, we need to alternate some things in our diet. One thing you can try is doing some berries and whipped cream. So get some blueberries, some strawberries, cut them up, put them in a bowl, spray some whipped cream on there. That's a much better snack than eating Twix. Because what you're getting from the berries are lower in sugar, but they're high in fiber. Fiber helps us to lose weight. It stabilizes our blood sugar. And it's a nice, cheap way of getting something sweet that's not going to spike our blood sugar, and it won't throw us completely off. But if you have a day where you just didn't do as well, or a meal that you didn't do as well as you thought you should, give yourself some grace and make sure the next meal is right on top of it, okay? Protein at every single meal. So for you, you should be eating roughly, do you know how to measure protein?
I know my doctor told me, your vegetables need to be much bigger than your meat take-ins. But I'm pescatarian, so I eat fish, shrimp, the regular. But she told me to eat, more veggies and fruits. And I think the palm of your hand is your meat, so I want to say.
So, yeah. I'm not a big fan of a hand. But if you can afford a little electric scale, you want to weigh it out in grams. So if you're using MyFitnessPal and you say, all right,
I have that.
4 ounces of chicken breast is usually 100 calories, 20 grams of protein. That's a perfect snack. My favorite way to get my chicken breast is from Zaxby's. I hate cooking it. My chicken breast comes out dry and it's not good. But Zaxby's plain grilled chicken breast cut up, 20 grams of protein, 100 calories. I order 2 of them. Because for you, I want you to eat somewhere around 120 grams of protein every day. 120 grams. So that's quite a bit. So we divide that over 5 meals, 5 little meals. And when I say a meal, a protein, a vegetable, and a fruit. So breakfast, you could have a half of a grapefruit. I don't necessarily have to eat breakfast food at breakfast. So if you like fish, eat 6 ounces of salmon at breakfast. So 6 ounces of salmon.
I eat a lot of salmon.
I have to look it up on my fitness pal. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
I need to start using that too, because I have it and I'll put in my weight log, but I don't necessarily put in my food log. I use Better Me when I was doing keto to put in my food meals, because originally the highest weight I was before I started keto was 282, but then when I started keto I was 278, and then before I got on the pills I was 267. Now I'm 260. I didn't, the lowest one is when I was like, I think before I weighed myself again, before I went out of town this weekend, said I was 259. So I was like, okay, I'm getting
So weight
there.
fluctuates. We're also seeing you kind of later in the afternoon. You could be near your cycle. Don't get too obsessed with the scale. Scales are,
right.
Don't weigh yourself every day. That can be the biggest deterrent of weight loss. Keto, I'm absolutely not a fan of keto.
Right.
Keto doesn't work. Keto clogs your arteries. The reason keto ever became as popular as it is because it was tested on children who had a seizure disorder. We give children who have a seizure disorder high protein diets, high fat diets to control their seizures. They just saw that, oh, patients lose weight. It wasn't designed to be a method of weight loss for long term, because the moment you eat a piece of fruit, all that weight comes back on. The moment you eat a piece of bread, your brain is going to click over and say, oh, I remember that. I love that spike in my blood sugar. Because what's happened is once you're in ketosis, your body is using fat to burn for fuel. But God made our bodies to burn carbohydrates for fuel. So if you think of your body as a car, like a gas tank, fuel your car with the foods that you need to do the activities that you're going to be doing. So if you have a very sedentary lifestyle, you don't do a whole lot of exercising, there's no reason for you to eat a whole lot of carbohydrates. But you still need carbs. You need at least maybe, I would say 50 grams of sugar. And that's sugar, not carbohydrates. So sugar and carbohydrates are two separate things. So 50 grams of sugar, whether you choose to get your sugar from an apple or you choose to get it from a little mini Twix bar, 50 grams is the cutoff. Use them wisely, right? I would choose an apple because I'm going to get some minerals. I'm going to get some vitamins from the apple, because the Twix is nothing but a lot of processed sugars and all kind of ingredients that are mainly chemicals. So the body just knows what it needs. Now, days that you're super active, you can have a cup of brown rice. You can have some quinoa, because we're using that to fuel that activity that we're about to do.
Yeah, I eat brown rice.
But my goal for you, when I see you in 3 weeks, is to measure your food. Get some measuring cups, get a measuring scale, because eyeballing it is not the way. We always overestimate. And so, or even underestimate. In our mind, like, oh, what's really 6 ounces, we're writing down as 4 ounces. And so we're losing maybe 200 calories in there that we're not accounting for. So, and that's why I say weight loss is like a full-time job. You almost have to micromanage it. So, so going forward, just make sure that you log your food, get your water in as best as possible. Set a goal every day to try to get as much water in as you can. Keep your blood pressure log. It looks fabulous today. Here's your script for your medication. So that's 3 weeks worth. We'll get you your B12 shot, and we'll see you back in 3 weeks, okay?
Okay, I think what I have to do is order me another scale. I have a food scale at home, but I got it from Family Dollar, but I don't know how accurate it is, being that it's so cheap.
Okay. Even if you went old school with the actual one with the little the actual scale with the little needle.
Yeah.
I mean, stay within your budget. You don't have to go nothing.
And you said, as far as, since I'm pescatarian, as far as eating fish, how much I should eat?
So you just need to get 120 grams of protein every single day. Lots of tuna, lots of cod, herring, monkfish, perch, whiting, shrimp. Shrimp is great. Actually, I have shrimp in my bag. 20 large shrimp is 20 grams of protein, 100 calories. 20 large shrimp?
So
I buy the bag from Walmart that's already cooked, deveined, and peeled.
The blue bag?
Yeah, whatever it's cooked.
Yeah.
I think it's red. I think the bag is
red.
Yeah,
they got the red and blue. Normally I go for the blue because sometimes it's cheaper for me, but for the red, sometimes I get it.
That means you have to cook it yourself, just boil them, and then count them out, put them in Ziploc bags. Never walk out of your house without having enough food on you so that you don't make bad decisions.
And how should I weigh it? Like as far as like when I on a plate, because you know a plate alone
So
has
when you
weight
put
to
your
it.
when you put your plate on there, then you zero your scale, then add your food. So once the plate is on there and you zero the scale, anything you add on there, that's considered the weight of the food.
Yeah, it should be 120
grams of protein. So you're going to measure your food out in ounces, and you're going to look it up in MyFitnessPal. It'll tell you 4 ounces of salmon is 20 grams of protein. Okay? All right, let me go get your B12 shot, and then we'll get you on out. But
Thank you.
You are doing great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we back in here again with another shot, y'all. Like I got 2 more rounds to go, I believe. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh my goodness. I felt that one. Oh. Whew. This is so good. Oh, we got a B12 in, y'all. So, y'all, I have lost over 7 pounds on being on my medicine. And, girl, it is giving, you got this. Like, keep going. Overall, because I started my weight loss back in October. And, like I said, I was inconsistent. Putting everything together, I have lost up to between 18 to 20 pounds. So, I got to keep going. Got to keep going. That was it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's pretty lengthy, but I hope it was helpful. I hope y'all took some notes and whatnot. Yeah, my dog is barking at that hamster right now. Lord. Anyway, toodaloo. See you guys later. Until next time.